was looking at that one too, Hayden. I was going, there's his second structure bounce
Yeah.
at London 50%.
Yeah.
Cold.
Alrighty. So we've got 2 bounces. Fail to break a third time. And I'm going to enter. Let's change the music up.
Oh, please.
Why this candle dropped? I don't know. Break off this high, then one bearish candle. That was enough to take trade. Easy trade. But
It's fairy tale music.
Sorry?
Yeah, fairy tale music on there, mate.
Final Fantasy 7. Temple of the Ancients. You got to be careful what music you choose on
I know, you get
YouTube.
in trouble.
I get a copyright. It's not like a strike, but they say that someone's claimed copyright to it. So what you need to do then is you got options. You get 3 options you can choose. You can just you can remove the video, or you can try mute it. The periods when people aren't talking and the music's in the background, but that doesn't work very well. Or you can just mute the whole segment that song was playing. So you'll find like some of the other videos, there'll just be like silent bits. When the problem is like if it randomly selects a song, like if it goes through my whole playlist and then at the end it goes to a random song, it'll just say copyright for this section of your video. So what I've tried to do is like get a big enough playlist that's a little bit different, and do little tests so it doesn't get a copyright strike, and then I'll run with that. So it does get a little bit repetitive. So I'm trying to get some things a little bit different. But I found like this sort of brought back memories when I was a kid. Final Fantasy 7. This one's a little bit softer. But yeah, it's a pain. It's a pain going through it, because what you can do is like you get the rights for the song. You just have to ask them, the artist, and say, "Do you mind if I use it?" and give credit to it. And I've done that, but then I keep on getting strikes from Russia and other places. So they seem to, what they do is like it's a bit of a scam, that you'll get these other countries. Not China, sorry, they don't have YouTube, but Russia, some of the other European countries, they'll put strikes on your video and claim that that's theirs, and then what you need to do is go through the whole rigmarole of getting that copyright claim taken off, and then usually what it involves is like pay money to this company and they will remove it for you. And that's what they do. They just go around on any video, they'll have an algorithm that works and it'll go through all the videos and they'll say, "Oh no, this is ours. We've got something that's similar. So now you need to prove that it's not theirs." And the easiest way is just to mute the whole thing. It's amazing how you see people will find opportunity to scam everywhere. Yeah, that's right, Marion. It was if I find some music that's not toilet music. I don't think my music that I've picked is like toilet worthy.
I don't know. I'm trying to relax. I got the notification come up on my phone before you put the link on Discord, and all I can hear is your footsteps walking around in the background.
Oh,
from
could
my
you?
hearing aid.
Got some microphone sensitive. Yeah, I was going around and getting I was getting the coffee and just checking some things if the stream was working all right, because like when I got back, I hadn't turned the computer on for so long, and what happened was even my Office wouldn't work.
Yeah.
So
Oh no.
it's
There we go. Broke the hole.
it seems to be that when the way that I've got my like if I'm using my computer every day, then the programs that I use are constantly getting like updated and regulated. But if I happen to, because I basically didn't turn my computer on for about 2 weeks, and well, not enough that I didn't connect to the internet anyway. I just opened it for very briefly just to do something. Otherwise, I was doing everything from my phone when I was away. And then what my antivirus was thinking, hey, you don't use this program for 2 weeks, so I'm going to clean some registry files. And then it just broke a lot of stuff. But I didn't notice it because I was always using my computer. So my antivirus has tried to kill my computer. So it didn't give us that third bounce. That third bounce was the one that I wanted. Man, this is what I felt like yesterday, was that I just danced around all the trades and then took the break-even trade. But in terms of like sort of watching it and I'm thinking, yeah, this makes sense, and then just being like, a little bit off. I'm being too stingy on my entry. Being too cautious, but that's kind of the rust.
Mm. Yeah.
I see the YouTube comment. Thanks, Kathleen. So yeah, this is I guess I could have taken on the break of the second and then push in above higher than this little resistance, because now it's looking like it's looking like a good one.
SpaceX.
If this, oh yeah.
Bless, this is a liquidity grab.
Well, this is the liquidity wick. This coloured box.
I'm not watching your screen at the moment. I've got my own screen on just because I'm ready to push cancel at any second.
Nah, you think you're in you're in a good spot.
Oh, it's up 4-1 at the moment.
Oh yeah, secure, mate.
Yeah. Every time I bloody secure, then like the next 6 wins, I bloody don't even cover the 1 win. I've got my target. I know what I'm going for.
Okay, yeah, good one. Hold strong.
Getting there.
Wow. It is flying.
So this
Put
is
your little man under it for me.
Oh yeah, where is he? Yeah, I gotta find him. I've got a few different ones. This is one thing oops, remove that. Where is he?
Oh, gorilla. Yeah, 15-1-6. Is what I'm chasing.
We've got the strong man as well. We'll put him there.
Yes.
Where is your entry?
Down here.
Yeah.
Oh, Wow. Wow.
This was Glenn. Oops.
Yeah, I had to sit through all of that.
Leave
Yeah,
runner. Don't close full.
Yeah, it took 3 bullets to get it, but
Oh, I did it. So
yeah.
not quite a sniper. I should get a machine
Nah.
gun guy.
Yeah, I told you, Arnold Schwarzenegger, mate.
Watch out for
But
this
I
area
had one.
as well.
What I did, that's right on a daily pivot point. But if you run a
That's what
trend line
Marin said.
back,
Yeah, Marin said it was at the pivot.
just zoom out a little bit, a bit further, and then scale down. If you run a trend line from, I keep going back a bit, mate. Okay, you see that triple bottom just to the about a third of your page. Go to your left. I'll just one second. I'll annotate on it.
Yeah, annotate.
So stay right there for a sec. It's not a very good straight line, but actually, can I cancel? How do I do this?
Undo.
Draw a line from there.
I'll
You
do it
run a
for you.
trend line straight up there. That intersected perfectly with the daily pivot point, and it was right where all that resistance was, where you've got your rectangle, that grey rectangle where your sniper is.
Mm-hmm.
It just all 3 things intersected with that one point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it took a few bullets to get it. What do you do?
Nice work, mate. Brilliant.
So technically, I'm only up 1R.
I've been saying it's
Here,
50
this
bounce
one
as
was
well.
perfect. Below this area.
Sorry, let me just squeeze it back in.
Yeah, this broke high, came for retest, and after that price went up.
Yeah.
Exactly same thing. I was expecting over here, break of this high and then retest, then go up, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, it was over here yesterday. I entered around about here. I cancelled it about here. My stop loss was under here. And then as soon as I cancelled it,
Yeah.
Oh, so
yeah.
you took a entry over here, this area.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, he's in it yesterday.
Oh.
But it was dicking
I was
around
just-
for so long that he closed it before it
Like
rallied.
today, it just mucked around
Oh.
and mucked around, and then I closed it. I think I can't remember my exact entry, but it was around about that level. I've just taken the annotation off. Yeah, it was round about this level here, somewhere where I entered, and it was right there where I closed. Silly.
Oh, you should have, yeah,
Left it
put,
alone.
yeah,
I should have
like
gone on.
reasonable stop loss is this one and this one. You
Yeah,
either
that's what
can
I
use
was
this,
under that.
yeah. And this one was very good, like indication that break of this high and again coming for retest.
But if you zoom in closely, you've got a liquidity candle, you've got a retest of liquidity, and I cancelled it on the retest. So where was it? So, annotate. So you've got your first liquidity was kind of here, came up. No, sorry.
Different time frame?
Nah, I don't know. The price action looks slightly different in smart charts.
Yeah, okay.
It's not drastically different. It's the same idea, but if you look in smart charts, you'll see that there's I've got a screen. Oh no, I'll put the screenshot for Danny. So I'll put the screenshot on later.
Okay.
On Discord.
Yeah.
But look, yeah, it's pretty silly. Anyway.
All good.
In the moment, eh?
Yeah. That made sense at the time. That's all that matters. The candles do change whenever. We've seen it change many times after they're printed.
Oh no, no, it made sense not to close the trade, not to close it.
Oh, not to hold it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I've closed it, I'm going, oh, it's sticking around too much. I'm going to focus on something else.
Mm-hmm.
So I had another trade on, and then the other one basically just dicked around and did nothing.
Yeah. What
So,
did you have? You had Euro Aussie, you had gold, and you had
Euro
German.
Aussie, I think I had Euro Aussie short, which was up around 1.5 R, I think at best. Might have got to 2 R, I'm not sure. I was targeting 3 or 4. It was just and it just bloody ranged. And then bloody Denny comes on the line half pissed, and she said she'd been out with the girls having some wines and us and she's going, oh,
Danny.
she goes, Gleno, that's just gonna wick fill, and I'm like, what? And sure enough, on the H4 there was a massive wick, and it was doing exactly what she said, so I cancelled it, and then it dropped. So that one would have gone as well.
Ivan just pointed out that I had missed a monthly level, rightly so.
Which one?
A 122. This one here.
Oh.
Which is where it's tapped into. So I had a resistance area around there, thinking oh, this is a nice resistance. That's why it was resistance, because where these candles had stopped before. So it's amazing how these resistances, these monthly levels, I didn't even have it in there. It was just CPI pushed up into that level and then rejected.
Yeah. At least the horizontals magnetized on this.
Oh yeah, it's much easier. Oh, you can do it on yours as well.
Yeah, until you accidentally bump them when you're trying to move the screen.
Yeah, that's true. Here, the good thing as well, you can lock it.
Lock them.
I forget to lock the monthly levels. I don't normally hit them, but on gold, the $5 levels, I've got them all locked.
Yeah. They're just your dotted lines, yeah?
No, not dotted, but they're just really faint.
Light.
Yeah, a little light orange, like my hair.
Did you say they're light like your hair?
Yeah, light orange like my hair.
Yeah, I've got light greys now.
Alrighty, so I would say almost white trading, or it depends how much drawdown we've had is generally like you see someone that's like traded with like grey hair, you're like, oh, that guy's experienced. Or bald. Like that's the sign of he's had a journey.
Yeah. Bald head, you'd think you're probably not the best trader. He's been stressing too much.
Experienced trader.
Mm.
I mean, it's relaxing. It's relaxing when you can just sit and wait, and you know your setup. It's frustrating, but it's not like you don't have the same sort of stresses as some other jobs. Learning though, that's a whole different side of things.
Oh mate, I'm telling you, 11 employees, 20 subcontractors, 4 jobs running at any given time, 4 kids, and a couple of mortgages. Yeah, that's nowhere near. This is nowhere near as stressful.
Well, I think when I see parents that I knew before kids, and I look at them after kids, I'm like, kids are probably the hardest thing. I saw this funny cartoon, and it was this. I'm just watching this to see what happens here, it's a mother and her father, and they are. It's just a cartoon. It's 3 cartoons, three pictures, and the first picture is looks like a 13 to 14-year-old teenager, and obviously fighting with the parents, and the mother and dad are just staring at them, and the kid's like, "I hate you. I wish I was dead. I wish I was never born." That's what it was. And then his wish is granted, and the next slide, there's like a strike of lightning that's hit him, and he's like a little smoking pile of ash on the floor, and the woman's looking at her belly, and she's like, "All these stretch marks are gone." And the father's looking in his wallet. "I've got so much money." And then the third scene is them like celebrating and hugging each other, and the kid's still smoking like as pile of ash.
Yeah, teams can be that way.
Alrighty, gold. Come on. What are we going to do? This could be the same sort of thing. Second structure held on the 1 minutes. Pushed up. Can we get that bounce and then push up?
Which broker you run? I haven't got your screen on for gold.
On the TradingView?
Yeah.
I've selected the FXCM broker feed. I did have Oanda.
Yeah, that's who I use.
Yeah.
They seem to be very similar to smart charts.
Yeah, you pick the one that's closer to your thing. Like FX is close. Like I was the FX feed is closer to my Pepperstone feed.
Yeah.
I even at one stage had an Oanda account, and the Oanda feed on TradingView and the Oanda feed was different. The Oanda feed was closer. My Oanda MetaTrader terminal was exactly the same as my FXCM TradingView.
Okay.
Go figure.
Yeah.
I'm finding it difficult to find a different or decent other broker from New Zealand.
You can't get
I just don't
Blueberry.
want to know. Blueberry. Oh,
Yeah.
Black Bull. Yeah, it's Black Bull.
Black Bull
yeah,
were
Black Bull's
decent.
there, but yeah, they seem to be. I just found them a few days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the like Oanda, Pepperstone, all that sort of, they just don't quite know why.
They won't let New Zealand clients.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't get it. You look through the list of countries and you're not there. And I emailed, I think it was Oanda when Pepperstone I was looking at, and they said no, just don't do it.
I would go Black Bull, because I think in New Zealand, Black Bull, they don't limit your leverage, and you won't have to pay international transactions to deposit or withdraw.
Yeah.
So and they're good.
Yeah.
You know, I know people that use Black Bull, and
Yeah,
they're in the UK.
Oh, okay.
As in, like, I know UK people that use Black Bull in New Zealand.
Mm. Oh, okay.
So they've never. I think I can get like
I can fake it to say I'm in the UK, but I don't think I can.
No, you just just use the New Zealand one, because then you don't have leverage restrictions. So that means like you don't need much leverage, but you want at least 100 to 1. And the Australian brokers, unless you go through the whole process of saying you're an experienced investor mindset trader, then, and sometimes they want annoying proof, then like, because when ASICs cracked down start of last year, 2021, it's 2023 now, back in start of 2021, I think it was. Time's flying. Anyway, my leverage went down to gold 20 to 1, and that meant like, it was just annoying because it meant that you have to put more money in your account than you really want to, and so you can actually open up a lot size that's, you know, you might only be risking $100 or $200 or $500 or whatever, or $20 for a trade. But if you're on the smaller time frames, then that means like you're still only risking say you're risking $100, but this time you're only risking 10 pips, then your account is going to need to have a lot larger capital amount in your account.
Yeah, what a pain.
Then if you had, like, say you're taking a swing trade or a daily trade and you're still risking $100, but your stop loss is, like, say 60 pips, then your lot size doesn't need to be as large. So then leverage isn't a problem for higher time frame trading, but leverage is a problem for lower time frame trading, even though you might only be risking, say, $20 to $100. It doesn't matter. The leverage is an issue. So, and Europe and UK are very similar as well. That the more people that lost trading, the more people that were complaining that they were trying to protect people that don't know. They get into trading not understanding all the risks involved because no one really explained it. So what they did was, like, it's kind of like driving on the freeway. Is you need to have some experience before you go and drive that fast. But say that just because so many people are getting onto that freeway, what they did instead of making sure the training's better, what they did is they just reduced the speed in Australia and Europe to, say, 20 kilometers only per hour, no matter what. That's kind of the same thing that they did. They just reduced the leverage down to 20, so that it really limited how much you could lose. But people that do this for a job or a career or understand the risks, that's now very limiting for them. So it forced, like, this rise in unregulated brokers, and also then a rise in countries getting, like Blackpool, New Zealand. They still have 500 leverage, so a lot of people would then go to these kind of brokers that offer that. So there's heaps of scammy ones out there, ones that are just really unreliable, don't pay out, trade against you, like B-book you. But Blackpool is good. They give you, if you open an account with them, make sure you do the Prime.
Okay.
Which one is it? Where is their accounts? Prime account. Yeah, instead of a standard account, do Prime. So what it means is that you pay. It's good. It's cheaper as well. It's $1. Like, I pay $7 per lot. So this is $6. I mean, in the end of the day, it doesn't make a lot of difference. But what you do is you need to do an initial deposit of at least $2,000 to get this. But what it means is you pay a commission each trade you do in and out. So you'll be paying $3 per lot in, and then $3 out of the trade. But you'll be paying very little spread in that. So if you take a standard account, you don't have this, but what you'll be paying is, instead of having, like, say 0.5 pip spread, you'll be paying like a 2 pip spread.
Yeah,
But
when I was looking at the demo sort of things around the 2 pip mark.
Yeah, so that's, like, in terms, like, when you work out, like, the difference, I would rather pay. You're still paying no matter what to take a trade. It's just one's inbuilt into your spread and one's not inbuilt. So you pay raw spread, but you pay commission per lot. I'd rather pay that than inbuilt into my spread, and it's cheaper as well.
So once you're paying your commission in and out of your trade, the spread is virtually wiped out. So you've got less chance of price knocking you out your stop loss in the event of a very low drawdown.
Yeah, more or less. So, like,
price physically has to hit your stop loss.
Yeah, I mean, there is still a spread, but it's the minimum spread.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get good tight entries and that sort of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So
because I can't do gold or anything, or even pound Aussie at the moment, because the spread's like 5, 6, 7 pips.
Yeah. So on a raw it's called a raw ECN. On one of those accounts, your spread should be less than 1. Anything that's over 1 and you're paying commission is too high. But so you should be less. You should be around about 1 or less for gold. but you're paying a commission that comes out of your trade. But then it means you can, like, say prices, say we're going to take this trade down this box here, and at present it is, I know this is German 40, but let's just say that this is 13 pips spread. 13 pips stop loss. If I had a spread of 5, I'd need to add another 5 pips down to it, lower, so that I don't get wiped out by the spread. I know there's differences between buys and sells. I won't cover that about this, but you'd always have to like factor in spread to your risk. Where if you're paying your commission, and you know your spread's always going to be like between half and 1, sometimes none. Like pound US, euro US, there's zero spread. You just pay commission on every trade. That means you don't need to worry about the spread just widening and taking you out.
Is that still valid around news?
You get slippage still. Slippage is different to spread.
But they don't change. Like, they don't add spread around news events.
Spread will increase around news a little bit, yeah. But it's
even with those guys.
Yep. There's always a spread. It's just unless they specifically say we charge no spread on Euro US, or something like that. But on around news events, spread will always widen on everything, but to the same degree. Like if it's, say you got a 6 pip spread on pound New Zealand, that could widen to like say 20, and on an ECN account or prime account, whatever you want to call it, your spread might be 2 and it might increase to like 8.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? So some brokers as well, they have better connections with a particular asset as well. So sometimes you'll see particular brokers are better suited for some pairs, like the ones that you're all set up with, or most of you guys are set up with. I'm not sure, I can't remember who the backers are, but that Forex CFDs, they're one of the best I've ever seen for German 40, because their spread's 1 pip and there's no commission.
Yeah,
excellent. My I've got on Pepperstone, who I don't get any commission. I don't pay commission for gold on Pepperstone, but my spread is a little bit wider. Like my spread is typically between 1 and 1.5, sometimes up to 2.
It's still better than bloody CFD. We've got 3 to 5 pips depending on time of day.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not paying commission for. They don't charge commission for gold. Blueberry's the same. That they don't charge commission for gold, and their spreads are slightly better than Pepperstone for gold. Icy Markets is the best for gold in terms of tight spreads. Like you're usually getting like half a pip to no more than 1 generally, but you're paying commission on top of that.
Yeah,
so
right.
more or less is the same. I've got various accounts with various brokers, and when I've been testing things out just to keep things like a little bit separate, just to see which is the best for me, and I've had like a copy trader, so I've taken the exact same trade for a month, and it's just been exact same amount of money. I put $1,000 in Pepperstone, $1,000 in Icy Markets, and then I took the trades on an external account, and I used the copy trader to just that when I did my trades, it sent the trade that I took to both of those accounts, and they took it on both of them. Every trade was taken, and at the end of that month, when I look at it, I made more on Icy Markets, but then I had to deduct the commissions from it, but I still ended up better off paying lower spread and a commission than any account that is just spread only, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
So it works out cheaper in the long run to pay a commission, and because the spread's always inflated a little bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no matter what you're doing, you look at the company and you work out how they make money, because nothing's free. There's no such thing as a free lunch. So if they're saying that it's free to trade, they've got to make money somehow. So is it through advertising? Is it through spread? you know, a lot of these companies want you to trade often. The more you trade, the more they make.
Yeah. Cool.
So they'll give you all these fancy tools and to like, you know, these signals, all this kind of stuff, because they really want you to take trades. Because every time you open and closing the trade, you're paying spread on it or commission. If you just took one trade and that went for 100 pips as a banger, you the company and the business only made one bit of commission from you. But if you took like 50 trades and you ended up with like still like say 10%, the company made a lot more money than if you just took one and done. So they'll encourage you to take trades. They'll give you a lot of little signals, a lot of tools and things, and say, you know, so many opportunities here. If you could have just taken this, but in reality,
arrows, eh?
yeah, like they don't want you to lose. Brokers don't want you to lose. They don't, because if you just lose, you won't be a customer anymore. So they don't, like brokers themselves. Most of them, they don't manipulate price. There is manipulation, but it's not coming from the broker. There are some brokers that will take the trade against you, but ultimately, if you just keep on losing, bad, you'll just leave.
You're not going to put more money in.
Whereas they want you to, they don't care if you make money or lose money. They just want you to trade as much as you can, like take as many trades as you can. So most of them will try help you. They do want you to stay on, and they do want you to stay with them. Just some are happy to make $100 off one person, and some prefer to make $1 off 100 people. It just comes down to the model of that company, whether they're going to like have a smaller client base and charge each one more, and say like, yeah, we're the best company, and that's why we charge a premium. In reality, you're going to have a discount option where the brokers will be like, well, we're happy to charge nothing, and we just want to have as many people as possible because we're happy to take $1 off all of our clients, versus the company that has 10 clients and they want to take $10 off each.
What is A-book, B-book broker?
A-book and B-book is A-book is one that you got A-book and B-book. And it depends on whether one's a market maker or not. So an ECN account is an A-book. So what they'll do is like this will be the broker, and they don't set the price of anything. They just get the data from they'll have a multiple string of liquidity providers, all giving a different price. And then when it gets to the broker, what they'll do is like they'll just pick the average of whatever that price is. So let's just say it's 1905.71 here. This liquidity provider might be like maybe a few pips different, but then the broker will just make it an average of the price, and then give it to the client. This is you. And then we'll take that trade, and the trade will go to the broker, and then the broker will just put it directly into the market. And then they'll collect their dollars from the commission to say that we're making money because we'll charge generally the standard is $7 per lot to do that function. If you want to take a trade, then we'll charge a commission to push it straight into the market. A B-book is when what will happen is you'll have the liquidity provider, then you've got the broker, and then the broker will make a market, and then you'll be here. And when I say make a market, is in they won't necessarily push it to here. What they'll do is the cycle will just be like this. So if you want to take a buy trade, the broker will then say, okay, if this person's buying, then we'll take the opposite. We'll just put his trade in as a sell, or her trade in as a sell, and we'll just, because we know that most people lose, So if most people are losing, we'll just do the opposite of what they do. So you're buying, and they'll push that order in as a sell. They'll just do the opposite. And then if you win, that meant the broker lost. If you lose, that means the broker won.
They just take opposite trade.
Yeah, they do the opposite trade. So they're trading.
Is there
against you.
any trade execution delay or something, withdrawal problems with B broker?
No difference with the no difference with the withdrawals, but there will be a delay that the price, like the broker will be getting the price from the liquidity providers, and then what they'll be doing is they'll be making their own. They'll say, okay, the average price of gold is here. We're going to say it's here, so we're going to give a different price to the person, and then we're going to add spread onto that as well. So they're making money twice. They're making money that they're going to give you a different price, and it'll be inbuilt into the spread, and they're taking the opposite direction. So so that means you're on a B book. If you keep on winning, you don't really notice it, but what will happen often as well is that if you keep on, say you're showing a proficiency to win, and over time, over 3 months, this trader is actually quite profitable. What they can do then is just shift that. Instead of taking the opposite, they can just say, for this client, what we can do is we'll just shift them onto the A book model, because usually B book brokers will have A book and B book potential. So what they'll say is, this guy, most new traders will just be B booked straight away. They'll just say, just do the opposite of whatever they do, because we'll make money, and we'll give them like a slightly different price feed, maybe a pip or two, just will control the market, the price that they get. And then this trader shows proficiency at trading. Then they'll just say, okay, we're not making money off this guy. Let's move him to A book. So then we might not charge. We're not going to make the market. We're just going to push his orders directly into the market. And then if he's buying, he buys directly with the providers, and we'll just charge that person a higher spread.
Does IC market do this, A book and B book?
I don't think so. No, I think they're, because especially if you choose ECN, you're automatically A book.
Oh, okay.
And then they don't really disclose whether they're a B book. They don't disclose if they're a B book a broker or not. But there are signs that you can see when they say that. Like sometimes the spreads will be much more steady as well, and you'll see like it moves a little bit differently. Like they don't, when the market opens on like Monday mornings, first thing, and you'll have like a bigger gap. There are still some brokers that don't have that wide spread, because they are the market. They control everything.
No. Okay.
But like I don't really get in. I don't worry about too much. Like I choose ECNs, brokers, and at the end of the day, you just need to make sure that you're following a process. And if someone's trying to B book you, that's their grave that they're digging. If you're good, they'll, because the idea of all, it doesn't matter if they're A book or B book brokers. The idea is to maintain and keep clients, so they're not out to get you. It's just, if I have a student that's got 100% losing rate, then I'll be like, this guy's my signal service, just do the opposite. And that's what they do.
Do you watch like German 40 on 1 minute analysis, or it is better to not really?
I find the volume can come and go, and it can just, like, the information I get from 1 minute, I don't get any difference from the 5 minute.
Yeah,
it doesn't really add anything to it for me.
Because same thing like what happened yesterday, same thing happened today also on 1 minute.
Okay.
There was change of character on 1 minute also, today also and yesterday also. This high got broken, and price retest, and after that it pushed up. Same thing happened yesterday
Yeah.
on 1 minute.
I think now that we sort of closed, this 5-minute candle has closed higher than the monthly level. Now, if we get this support and then we're leaving this high again, there's range to extend that.
Yeah.
So this could be a trade. Not sure like where take profit would be, but you can get if we closed above resistance and the key level, and now we get that pullback. If we can get a support above here, and then pushing back up again, and then leaving this high, that would be a decent little trade. So I'll probably stick around for that one. Gold's just got stuck into this range now. So this is looking good. The more we hover around here, same thing. Exact same. I think this is the same sort of move. One break, one test, two tests, third test. And if we're failing, then I think that would be the move. And then we can potentially push the high, because London's late London move, where it does a pullback to a 50, it's happened, hey. Like it already has done a pullback. So if this pullback hadn't happened, I'd be thinking that this would be perfect to look for that pullback. But that pullback did happen. So now we're just thinking, if it can, is the pullback done? And now we can retest the high, because then New York, and what it can do is take that high, and then they might think that, like they might see this as clean candle price gap, and they're thinking we could take the London high liquidity, sitting above here, then they could drive price down to this order block little area, or this one lower, and then extend the daily candle. And take out the London low, take out the liquidity, and then start pushing higher? Or will they just push down? Sorry, or will they push down first without taking the London high, but then look to drive up? We'll have to we'll just have to see which scenario sort of plays out. But given that we've got a clean candle here and we've got a little support, if we are failing to sort of break higher, then I can see like potential for a deeper pullback into 5-minute first structure. At the moment, this is 1 minute second structure, but if this eventually gives out, then it makes sense for a pullback to first structure on the 5-minute.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Ivan? Sorry, I forgot you were saying about that. You said there was news. I didn't see any news.
No, there is no news.
Okay, so a little pullback. Just gonna go make a coffee. I think we've got time.
Yeah, I'll have one too. Thanks, mate.
Okay, no worries. What are you having?
Oh, mate, if you're willing to bring it to Sydney for me, you can bring me whatever you want.
I'll fly it in. All right, I'll be back in a few.
Sure. Glenn bro, are you holding your position in German 40?
Yeah, mate, I'm still holding.
Full position or have you closed some?
No, I haven't closed any, mate. Yeah, sick of closing it for these tiny little profits. Mate, let it run.
This one was a change of character on 1 minute chart. I was looking for same thing on 5 minute, but yesterday also same thing happened. Change of character on 1 minute, and again price retraced and it went up.
Yeah, I haven't back tested it properly, but the last month of trading last year and then the start of this year, a lot of the trades that I've cancelled early, if I just left the first trade run, there was more profit from, because I've always had, I usually use pivot points as my targets. So I try and enter somewhere around a pivot point if I get the right price action. I try and use a pivot point as my overall target, but I haven't been letting them run. And if I had let them run and just left them alone, didn't touch them, I think about the majority of them were getting to target without hitting my stop loss. And every time, the other day I did 5 trades for I think about 2%. So I only do around about a 0.5% risk. With out of the 5 trades that I did, I had 4 winning trades, so it was just under 2%. I was chasing 6 to 1. If I just left that first trade run, I would have been 2R up rather than dilly-dallying around showing all those other trades. So yeah, then yesterday I cancelled 2 trades. Both of them went to my profit. I took a profit on both of them. I didn't lose on either of them. I won on both of them.
Yeah. Yesterday also your entry was very good entry. If you see like a 1 minute chart, you will find that there was a change of character and it was perfect setup to take like a add position. If you had, but unfortunately,
scaled in on him.
Yeah.
Question, chaps, is change of character the same as break of structure? Because I've just come across that term in the last week or so.
Like end of a phase.
Okay.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, Akshay, how are you?
Yeah, good.
See this on 1 minute. I have said this chart. It was change of character on 1 minute.
About German 40, I want to ask, it is
price
also...
came down and again pushed up. Same thing happened today also. And this one was making higher low. And you can put your stop loss over here or close partial over here. Exact same thing happened today. Exactly same.
I was muted. What you said, Akshay?
Okay, so about German 40, it is also follow the sessions highs and lows, or it is different thing? Like right now, it kind of yesterday's New York high, broke, and now we are trading just below that area.
Yeah, more or less the same. I treat it the same.
Okay. No, I will never trade a German 40. That's why recently I just started NAS 100.
Oh yeah.
So it's working quite nicely with the session highs and lows.
Yeah.
I've shared Zoom link in FE1.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, good.
Have you moved your stop loss to break even, Glenn?
I've got to move it up to 1R.
Beautiful.
So even if it pulls back now, I'm trailing it. So.
Oh, okay.
It'll be at the moment. I'll have a 10 pip win or 10 point win if it goes. I haven't pulled it up to the last. I've just pulled it to the first swing, but that's it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So currently,
Yeah, I was looking at this area, this imbalance. So I was waiting for price to come back to that area, but it never come back, and now it just generated liquidity now in this area.
Hey Raj. Alrighty, so
Hey there.
the higher risk entry is it's not happening, man.
Hayden,
Mm-hmm.
I was part of your Discord group, but
Mhm.
I think you might have banned me.
Hey? I haven't banned no one.
My Discord account got hacked.
Or he must be looking for some other Raj, and he found you.
No, I've experienced across quite a few groups. So my Discord account was hacked, and this, I think, some dodgy post was put,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
and then it's just kicked me out of a ton of groups. So I'm slowly
Okay.
actually going back in. If I send you my Discord username, could you possibly allow me back in, please?
Yeah. Someone put up I think
Keep
it
playing this
was
song up.
I can't
It wasn't
remember.
called Kiss Me or something like that, was
Yeah, that's
it?
right. Yeah, kiss me something. Kiss me girls or something like that.
And there's a lot of people have been caught out. It gets posted and they trick you to say use this code to recheck your Discord account. So I scanned the QR code, and what it actually does is lifts your login details.
Oh,
Yeah. Same with
then
me
it
also.
goes
Same
through-
thing happened.
Yeah, then it goes through all your Discord channels, posts it, and then all the admins systematically block you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll send you my Discord username, and then if you could let me back in, that would be great.
yeah, no worries.
Shall I?
It not just send you the group, it also send you all your friends also. He just send that bot,
yeah.
that hacking.
Yeah.
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 2 months back, my Telegram got hacked and Instagram same day, and there was post about bitcoins everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It's just a switch to form authentication on, which is what I've done. So it'll send a code, or you use an authenticator app on your phone, just as an extra level of security to get in.
Yeah. It's crazy what's been happening. Oh, here we go, bans. So yesterday, my TradingView just signed me out and then said someone on this IP address is now logged into your TradingView, and I was like, that's a bit weird. So then I googled the IP address and it was coming from Perth. And I thought, well, sometimes when I do use a VPN, it puts me in that like if I select Australia, Perth is the quickest server between UK and Australia.
Yeah.
So sometimes I thought maybe it was me because I was doing something on my phone, but then it wasn't. My VPN wasn't on, so someone's logged into my TradingView. And when I went through I did go through my passwords just recently and change everything, but I didn't look at the TradingView password, and I realized it was one of those. I've had it for so long. It was all lowercase password, just all like no numbers, nothing. It was just like the most basic password. I was like, can't believe I still had that going. Like I didn't even think that password existed anymore. And obviously it's obviously someone else happened. Like maybe I used it on a website that's now defunct, and someone bought the old users or something. You know, when they don't clean the data.
Mhm.
Yeah, just as a rule of thumb,
But
whenever
Turn two-factor on.
Yeah, exactly. Switch 2FA on and either use text messaging to your phone or use like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator.
That's what I use, Google Authenticator. Yeah.
And then that'll generate a code. That is mostly the ultimate way of, if you do get hacked and someone tries to log in, it's going to ask them for the code or it will send you a text message, and then they can't get any further. So I didn't have 2FA switched on Discord, and it went through all my groups, and I got banned from a load, and I had to. And
Are you juice, dude?
sorry, yes, I am. Yes.
You've been revoked. Your ban's been revoked.
Okay, great, thank you. So I'm the only one, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll try that now.
So if this can close, this is looking good. That if this candle in the next minute can close underneath here, if it does give you a pullback, then we can exactly. That's what I'm looking at. So
It made a new high. Now it can retrace a little bit.
yeah, and we can see this clean candle that we can fill. It could just push down in one, but that's the trade. Then the risk reward, unless it does a pullback, I don't get the risk reward that I can enter on. So it's got 20 seconds. It's got to close, or something needs to close underneath this low, previous low. Did the 3 minute close? No, 3 minute didn't close. 1 minute didn't close. I mean, it could still take a break under here. Like if it does pull back a little bit now and then it's breaking this low, there is a little bit of potential.
Have a look at that 1 minute again.
Yep.
That's just a liquidity grab.
Is it? Potentially.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
Doji bullish engulfing. Yeah, it's got to break above that monthly level or reject off it.
Oh, cool, Ivan. Thanks. Have I been pwned?
Yeah. You can just enter your email ID there, and you will see that is there any data breach happen with your email ID.
Oh. Have you guys used this before?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I'll try it. So this could be the support. Leaving this area could be the move. I'm gonna give that a little shot because it never closed lower.
Was it? Have you been what?
Have you been pawn?
Yeah. It's meant to be
Yes.
owned, but I think it was like I think it used to be like video game. I think when you got destroyed, you were pawn.
That's not where my brain went, but
Pawned.
oh man. No, I don't know about you fellas, but you ever bloody fill out any survey ever, and then all of a sudden you get inundated with about 600,000 emails from anything from a bloody hair straightener to a
Yeah, mate. Every time I travel, I've got to clean up everything. And I've just been to Brazil, so like I try not to connect to airport Wi-Fi or anything like that. But then I had to at one stage, and then all of a sudden now I'm getting like all these emails. Like I've got to go through and like junk them all again.
Alright, I was getting stupid shit like dating websites and everything. I'm like, my missus is going, what's going on here?
Hang on a second. What's going on with these Chinese girls? You've been buying some?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sure, spam email, Glenn. Nice one.
Yeah.
Where have you been looking at? It's a square nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
That's the problem. Like when even on like Instagram Reels, they'll come up with like fit girls at the gym and things like that, like as suggested Reels because of the demographic. And then my partner Sarah, she's like, well, you know, they only show you Reels that you've looked at before. I swear to God, I don't look at this. I don't go and find girls in activewear. And she's like, well, why is it showing it to you? I was like, because I'm in my my mid 30s guy. It's just picking and saying that these are suggested. Doesn't mean that it's using for what I'm actually been using or watching. It's just they'll show that. Just like for her, they'll show beauty treatments and hair straighteners and all that kind of stuff because they generalize.
Yeah. Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, it wasn't until my wife's mum started getting the messages too. She's like, "Oh, okay, so maybe they are fake."
Yeah, you're guilty until proven innocent, mate.
yeah. See, it can happen anyway. Why don't I get them? I go, "Oh, God, lucky you." Just a matter of time these days.
About German 40 or German 30. So is this like a doji candle? Doji candle high was taken out here?
No, I think what it's looking at is this triggered those sell stops earlier, and then it pulled back, and this is going to be the FU candle, the liquidity candle. So I've entered now.
Short or long?
Long, short.
So you're trying to close this candle.
Trying to close it. Get back to this
This area,
Yeah.
first target.
Yeah. A little bit premature. Like I could have waited for a better confirmation of a candle close underneath here, and then the pullback. But it's looking like it might just be a quick one. So it is. Let me just tidy things up because this didn't give me that third bounce. This one is. I'll move this to do Glenn's trade. This is Glenn's position. Oh, Mank's still on.
So I'm chasing the R1, which is 15162.
Okay. And I still think this buy is still valid. But that's more like here. And then
you got
the sell is like that, which is still risky. It's still very risky.
Makes sense, but it's got to pull some liquidity to someone.
Yeah.
Okay, Eden, can you zoom out the German 40? Okay, so at this area, do you consider like we already came back to the previous NY high here, like a fake out happened here. So the price may just push to that area again, I think, in this area, or do you consider this already like a retested here, like got the liquidity from that area?
Say that again.
Okay, so
taken New York high.
Yeah, New York high.
Yeah.
And this was a lower side liquidity here. This is whole area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So price already the liquidity taken at the previous NY as well as this was a Asian high, I think, somewhere. So yeah. So price may push and go back to that liquidity area, the bottom side area, liquidity area. This.
Yeah, at least till at least to this structure. At least the first or second structure. So if it gets back down to first structure, which is this one here, and like it really comes down to this support's holding or not, but it's more likely given the monthly level, time of session as well. Like if it. Like it's still really iffy because this could just be forming structure then to push up and make a new higher high again. Yeah. Because that buy is still very active potential. But if it's going to time of session with the monthly level, if it's picked up enough liquidity from NY, it might need to do a deeper pullback, which would be this clean candle, and then it could bounce off here a few times and then decide to go up or break into this structure to go retest the bottom of the structure before doing the retrace. And if there was a lot of liquidity sitting at this area, then it might need to do all the way back down to second. And then if there's even more liquidity than that second scenario, then what it will need to do is take out the liquidity from under here. But if it's really starting to drive down and we're getting closer to the NY session, it might just be easier for them to say, well, we can always just take that liquidity then and then push up. So it sort of comes down to, we don't really know what's up here, how much liquidity was here taken, but this does look like a little bit of inducement. triggering buys thinking we're going to break out long when
Yeah.
it just needs to like now liquidate those early buy stops. So we'll see.
Yeah, at least it can come back to this area, at least this area.
It would make sense,
If-
yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like there's no sure thing, but in terms of probability, it makes sense.
Mhm. Yeah.
It makes sense to enough, and like the risk reward was enough to give it a shot.
So no, I will never try the German 40 because this is the first time I'm looking at the chart.
Yeah.
That's why I ask you how it's respecting the session high or lows, or it just because right now we are just bullish on German 40. I'm looking at the higher time frame, so it's taking short opportunity. That's the risky for me. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't see the chart every day, so you know about how you German 40 move.
Yeah, it's
A lot faster than this.
it's very similar to currencies and gold. It's
Mhm.
just you just sort of just got to watch it. It moves a little bit different times, but you just got to watch it to see. Like once you watch it, say like if you're watching this all next week, you'd get a really good feel
Mhm.
for it because it moves the
And-
same.
And what about the volume time? It's like the same as a gold, like a NY session or the
No,
this
it
London session.
moves much better in London.
Okay.
One of my emails has been pwned, but that is my my email I had from a kid basically, and all these the ones that are in the data breach are the ones I knew about. That's the one I use for if I have to log into airport Wi-Fi. That's the one I use. It's my spam account that I regularly get stuff on.
Yeah, always try to avoid public Wi-Fi. It just sometimes your data can get hacked. On the
Yeah,
public Wi-Fi.
I always have a VPN going as well now. I didn't never used to. I've just closed 50%
Nice.
because I
Yeah,
was
at
getting
least
to
we
this
can
little
get some
area
kind of
here.
reaction here. Yeah.
Exactly, that little area. So I'll mark that up. Where's that call out? I want. Do you know on TradingView these little call outs? See how it's got like this little price label? Do you know if you can do that with a little note?
No, I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't think they do. They do a price note. No, you can't. You do the text and it's on the line. Yeah. Oh, I
So
guess.
what do you want to do, Hayden? I missed what you. Isn't that just a standard call out button then that you put whatever text you want in?
Yeah, it's just I find the little. I could use the normal call out, but the
Yeah.
price label is sometimes easier because like
Oh, I see.
the
You
call
wanna put
out.
the
I've
price.
always, if I just move this, I've got to move that, and I've also got to move that. I can't just move
Okay.
the whole thing. But then that little price label, it's a nice little small little call out, and I just want to change like that to say TP1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nice.
But that's always I can't. Yeah, you can't put any text into it. But I could do this one, I guess, and then for text. I could do that, I guess. That sort of works. So man, had to waited so long. That was because I only closed 50%. That means I've only closed basically not even 1R. So what was my risk? don't know. I have to figure that out. On gold, I've been using percentage for magic keys, but I forgot my German 40 was fixed lots. I forgot about that. So I think because it was fixed lots, I think it was only like 0.4% profit so far. But like
No, once you start using like a fixed lot, so you don't have to calculate you just have to calculate how much loss you're going to take, like this one.
yeah,
So I'm also doing same with the gold, same thing. I have a magic key, but never use. I'm just using it for the closing 50% or TP1, TP2.
yeah. Because like when I came back for this week, I just flicked gold onto 0.5% risk every trade, and I was doing fixed lots. But then this time, I didn't change it for German 40, so I assumed when I did it that I was risking 0.5%, but it wasn't. It was doing a random amount.
Nasdaq also dropping like a German 40.
They usually follow. They do usually follow. Only one that doesn't really follow is often that UK 100. UK 100 will do its own little thing. Not like most of the time. So if this is rejecting now, then that's looking like this is the drop that I was expecting to see. And then now that it's pushed into this little area, the determination whether it's going to continue dropping and push down to the bottom of the structure, or potentially into second structure, or potentially to the bottom of the range, is the kind of unknown that we don't know how much liquidity was picked up in this area. So if I move my stop loss to break even, more than likely it'll get taken out. So at the moment, my thinking is I haven't moved my stop loss, but I'm going to have a think about how price is moving when it gets back up to my entry, whether I want to hold it or just close out, as if like I've left myself as an option. I haven't put a hard stop loss in. But that's quite some rejection, and this is a bullish, like this is trending structure. So it pulled back beautifully. This is sort of two rules question that he was asking as well, is like, why am I looking for a short in a very bullish market? And it's because like I've seen this so many times that I could take that, but now where I get to that crossroads, and this is where I sort of make most of my mistakes, is like I know I'm in a bullish market, and rather than closing 50%, maybe I should have just closed full, because it was a small little move that most times, like maybe 1 out of 10, this is actually the high of the week, and then it just drops and drops and drops. 9 times out of 10, it is just what it is. It's just a pullback, and my runner will get taken out. So maybe I could have closed like maybe 90% and left a tiny bit running. Yeah,
that was a perfect 20 bounce.
Oh, was it?
Pullback.
Ivan said that your trade first was a nice 50 bounce, and then it did the 20 bounce here as well, so it makes sense.
Yeah. I've only recently put all the 20. I've only got the 20 and the 50 on my 30-minute chart.
Yeah.
And on my 5-minute chart, I've just got a 50 EMA.
Yeah.
I've been just working pretty closely with Denny, and
that was your 50.
a couple of things that she said makes a bit of sense. And I just figured if I do qualify for this little funded account, it's probably not the worst idea to have a 50 EMA on there, if for no other reason to say it's a 50 bounce.
Yeah, just wedge it in there somehow. Yeah, as a legit trade.
No, just as a, I don't know who's going to listen to the recording, so they're not so much.
Yeah, we'll talk about the different props funding things in the chat
Yeah, I'll
later
put it out
on,
there.
the advantages of all of them. But you know, all of them give you how they pay out is contentious, as in like not as in like they're not legit, but like you're making money off of where they're paying out from, and it's usually like people that fail or other students, that kind of thing. End of the day, I don't care who pays me, really. Like, as long as whether it's my own accounts or if I'm going and doing funding, as long as they pay, that's the main thing. Like, and if you've got access to it and you've got the right to do it, then and they do pay out, then do it. If it limits and restricts how you trade, then that's what you really need to focus on. So
I'll hold you to that, Hayden.
reason why I don't like trading with other people, you know, as we've discussed, is it limits the way I trade. I'm more conservative, and if I'm trading I started a funding account, trying out one of these other people just to see how it's the process and all that kind of stuff, like how it sort of affects. And I know already as well, like same thing as I've done it before, and it just makes me limited. Like I'll struggle to, that's sort of half the reason why I didn't get into many trades yesterday, was because I was being really conservative. And ultimately, if it's my own account, I don't have that same conservativeness.
No one needs to.
And then ultimately that costs you scared money.
Yep.
No one wants to lose other people's money. That's why it's like, even trading for like friends and family, but man, it was an adjustment. It was longer than I expected.
Yeah, I got asked the question the other day and I said no. No. I said not yet anyway. They go, oh, could you do it for me? I said, well, could and woulds a different answer.
Yeah.
Liquidity taken on German 40. FVG got filled.
Yeah.
On 1 minute.
Let me clean this up. This chart's getting a bit messy now. I'll get rid of this box. I'll just drop.
Hayden,
right
just on the
this one.
same. Sorry, Hayden. Just on the same note, do the PAM accounts work in the same way?
I was looking at setting up a PAM account because it creates that separation that you don't know who's actually following you. People they're choosing to follow you. So I was thinking that I did have a look into that to see to potentially open one of those up. And then when I did look into it, it just, well, for one, when I wrote when I typed in PAM account, it was more like a hedge fund, and that I wasn't interested in. But then I was looking at like what Uncle Ted and Raja got set up on their accounts. I'm gonna close. If this 1 minute candle doesn't just do a retest and leave this area, I'm gonna close this. So now it's sort of come up to I'm gonna call it my breach area. Now it can test the breach area, but now I want it to leave. I don't want it to hang around here because I'm well aware that this is bullish trend. Yeah, like I'm not sure how to set up. I didn't want to go with Raja or Ted's brokerage account because I'm happy with my brokerage account. So I don't want to set myself up as a PAM with them. But it was something that I thought this is a good idea, that if anyone did want to follow their trades, then they can control how much they risk and when they're doing it. So it was something that I looked into when I was away, but the answers that I was needing to get weren't that easy to get. I'm sure if I looked deeper I could do it, but it just seemed like a lot more work than I was interested in. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Yeah. It's just that I was listening to Ted the other day, and he was mentioning how people are on his PAM account and they're making millions and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
30 million, 40 millions.
serious.
Yeah, 20 million.
I did listen to him when I was driving, and he started doing the stream. So I only listened to a little bit of it, but he was talking about, like, he was complaining that people weren't given the full picture, that they've been making withdrawals for the last like 5 years with no problems, and they've been 10x their account, and now they're complaining because they can't get a withdrawal in the last times just because of the way that the transaction speed's going through. But I was like, come on, I get what he's saying, but how many of them also, how many of that people that complaining are the percentages that have 10x their account? Like, most people, not gonna lie, but most people aren't profitable.
Yeah, I mean, his conversation indicated that these people that are making 10x were just on his PAM account.
Oh, I
So,
see.
Yeah, I mean, that's
He-
the impression I got.
Right, okay, I must have missed that a little bit, because I was thinking, like, sounded like to me, if he was talking about the way I thought he was suggesting, was that his brokerage had mostly profitable traders, and doesn't matter what he or anyone does, most of these brokerages are going to have the same sort of percentage of people that win and lose, because that's just human nature.
So Hayden, you might want to have a look at your trade there.
Yeah, I've got my eye on it.
He also said that some people are withdrawing like 7 times in a single day, like $100, $200, like that.
Oh, I see.
8 times. And,
Well, they
that
pay a
put,
fee every.
pressure on.
They pay a fee every time they withdraw, so that's. Surely they wouldn't be doing that.
Oh, okay.
I think what it is that you guys must have missed it. He clearly said they were doing fuck all, just invested in those accounts, and they were making money out of nothing on his back, on his knowledge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the impression I got was he was saying that these people are making X amount of money out of thin air, which is they're done for them, and yet now they're complaining.
How much is his fees for his PAM account? I thought it was quite high.
I think 40%.
Is it 40?
40%, yeah. I think 40-50%, something like that. Yep.
Okay. So I know I was chatting to one guy that was on, that is following Ted's account, and he said, yeah, like Ted does, like, you don't really want to look at it because there are some pretty heavy periods of drawdown, but he's the only one that's like made a ton, and this guy's been on a few of the different PAM accounts, following the different PAM accounts, and Ted's the only one that's been profitable, like massively profitable, but there has been some periods where there's been high drawdown as well,
What's considered a high drawdown though?
like 60-70%.
It happened only 1 month. That was a losing month last year, I think.
Well,
Year.
it depends on when you come into the account.
Oh, okay.
So, like, he might have just, like, unrealized, not realized, like when he started following, Ted might have just had like, maybe 2 or 3 losses in a row that he held that didn't actually close the loss, but they did go into heavy drawdown. So he said you only get that from when you watch it. You don't see that, like, you only see like the closed trade, and the closed trade might have closed profitable, but it might have been in 100 pips drawdown before it eventually did turn and go profitable.
Doesn't he have a stop loss?
Not often, but he's very, very knowledgeable, so he understands the risk. And some people, I know some of these these traders like that, their mindset is, I use my whole account as my like, I'm willing to risk my whole account. I don't just say, oh, I'm only going to risk 1%. Like, he's worth multi-millions, so he might have like $1 million in his account, and he's saying, I'm willing to risk this whole $1 million. Like, why would I, just because it goes down 2%, why would you close your trade if you're willing to risk the whole thing? So his account is his stop loss. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is also a liquidity provider for his broker. His money is lying in liquidity also.
Right. Far out. He must have tons.
Yeah.
That's when you realize there's levels to this. There's like levels to wealth.
And now, can you throw a link on general in the general chat for this fella?
Yeah, he doesn't really have like a bio. He's just got his broker, but you follow him on Instagram, and he goes on, does lives, and he chats. And he used to be really vocal and really out there, and now he's much more just controls who has access to him. He just floats around. Like there's a few guys that like 3 of the guys that I learnt off was Kerwin, Raja, and Chris. And they've all got their own services, their own streams. I know some of the guys in here are part of those groups as well. And Ted was like the one that taught all of these guys as well. Okay. So he's like the granddaddy of all of this. And then after these guys went off, started doing their services, and Ted sort of just stopped teaching people. Partly because he's really honest, like he's a realist. So sometimes realists can come across as pessimists, but he just sort of tells it as it is, and you can tell his level of knowledge is deep. And he, when you hear him talk, sometimes he could be a dickhead, and people will be like, "What do you think, Ted?" He goes, "I think like." It doesn't matter what the beep I think. He goes, you just want gratification. You just want someone to just validate everything that you're doing or feel good. Like, why are you putting this on social media? Why are you doing this? It's because you guys want validation. So he's really anti-social media, and he can come across really harsh. But what he does is like when you do see him, he sort of just floats around in these groups and he appears out of nowhere. He's more active on, is it Don Vu or something? Don Vo?
Yeah, Don Vo.
Controller FX.
Don Vo.
Controller FX.
Yeah, so he's on there a lot, isn't he? I've never watched. I've watched like maybe 10-15 minutes here and there.
Yeah.
Normally when Raj is just bagging them out, but I thought Ted and Don are really close. Anyway, to your question, Glenn, it is, what is his Instagram handle? Silence in the charts.
Yep.
Yeah, silence in the chart, yeah.
Yeah, so in the chart or charts? He's got so many fake, not him, but there's so many people copying, like pretending to be him, and then saying, "Hey, invest with me, I'll invest Bitcoin with me, I'll 100x it for you."
Is this just like that bloody stupid
His Instagram is locked.
Is it locked?
Yeah, no new follower no new people can follow him.
Oh, sorry, man. He's a funny guy.
It is silence in the charts.
Charts with an S.
Yeah, correct.
Can't believe you can't follow someone. So if I unfollow him, I'll never be able to follow him again. Where else does he appear? You could actually look at
this account is private.
YouTube, Uncle Ted. If you want to hear him talk, there are some videos on Uncle Ted.
He's actually got an educational channel. I'll let me get the link. I'll put it in here. But it goes through. There's a lot of videos, and it goes through his strategy.
Sorry about that, guys.
He's doing the webinar himself. Let me just find that for you.
Yeah, cool.
It's the Forex family. There you go.
Forex family.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
These are old though. These are like 4 years old.
Yeah.
They are quite old, but they're very relevant.
Yeah. This is the guy here. So, you can listen to this interview if you want to sort of get an understanding of him. But he's good. He's good. He's knowledgeable. He's interesting.
Oh, there's Haydos.
Akshay, is that your break of character on the gold?
Yeah. I already in the cells right now.
Oh, you took
yeah,
the sell.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
distracted.
Why am I waiting for the break
Here.
of the second?
This was the entry, keeping stop loss above here. The stop loss was big today, but it's just a price may reject from anywhere from this imbalance area.
It's the same move as German 40.
Mhm.
So like, but a little bit different scale, but the same thing. Once we got underneath, pull back, take the sell. So now that price sort of rejected these areas, London high came up, accumulated, pushed up, rejected this little area again. And then so this is what I had drawn before, was that this was high risk entry, as in risky because it's not really waiting for confirmation, or you can wait for it to close underneath here, and then safer entry, sacrifice in risk reward would be something like that.
Mhm.
You forgot to send a signal, bro.
No, the stop loss was big, 22 pips stop loss, so it was little bit high.
Mhm.
Arey, I will reduce my lot size from 0.02 to 0.01.
At the start of the sim, I was looking for this to be broken out, so I can look for sell
Yeah.
opportunities.
Yeah.
Better to be okay, boys.
What was that?
Better to be so.
I'm still holding this.
Yeah, and if any candle will break this area, then it is going to,
Yeah,
it will go up. So
that's the stop loss now then.
yeah, probability is there that if it will break this area, then it will go up.
This retracement was big compared to Nasdaq. Nasdaq retrace is just a normal retracement.
Okay.
But yeah,
German-
this retracement for now.
German
and
does deep,
Nasdaq is was just this one only. Okay, sorry.
no, that's what I was to say. German does deep pullbacks. Quite often I'll have a quite often one of my entries would be like, this is the 1 hour candle between 7 and 8 a.m. UK time. Oh, wait a second, my music is going to put some random song on. I'll get copyrighted. This will be the 7 to 8 a.m. candle, and when I'm looking for the London volume to come and break out, it'll break out and then it'll do like a pullback halfway and then it will do the drop. So rather than taking the breakout, sometimes I'll just wait for the pullback to 50%, because my older strategy was sort of looking at like just 1 to 1, and that, or 1 to 1.5 to 1, and that was usually like a good simple trade that you'd get most, or just say 3 out of 5 times a week. But then just waiting for that pullback, because normally you get 1.5 to 1 or 1 to 1, and then it'll pull back, stop you out, because I'll move, when I take profit, I'll move, stop the break even. But just waiting for that pullback, then you sort of get the same sort of move in case it does come to here, do that triangle, but you can triple your risk reward by waiting for that pullback, and you might only get that 2 times a week. But the way that the amount of times it does it, it was rate of return on investment over the course of 6 months was far better just going for that bigger risk reward and taking more misses. Mentally though, it wasn't something that suited my type of trading, so that was something that I preferred to just to automate, so that I didn't have to think about it and not look at it. So where are you targeting?
I'm targeting this area right now.
Cool. See how, like, this could still just push up now, but how many times that I take this trade, take profit, move to break even, and then get taken out? That's why now I've sort of adopting this more of a softer stop loss, where I give it one candle to leave that area again. Because I took this on the 5 minute, I'm not going to just say it's got one minute candle to leave, but it's got a 5 minute candle that I want to see it leave. I don't want to see it hang around.
Yeah, with the gold also price do same kind of like a price, maybe price push to the downside, and then it can again come back to that area. And if you try to move your stop loss break even or in profit, it can easily just take out your stop loss, and it can again start pushing to the downside.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if this was broken out.
Sorry.
Yeah. This was the entry. Okay, so we are on the German party. Yeah.
Oh, what do you want me to be on?
No. Gold. Just go to the gold again.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if this was taken out here again, price may come back to this area again, somewhere, and then again start pushing to the downside, because people just right away going to take a sell here.
Yeah.
So what price can do? Price just pull
back on them. Yeah.
And then price start pushing to the downside.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that I noticed a lot when I was leaving, and this is more for like late New York, that I'd finish the New York session and I'd see it be doing this, and I'd be like, oh great, I'm going to try capture the 10 a.m. 11 a.m. candle for New York time, and that I see this and I see a clean candle, and I'll put a sell stop here to target that, and my sell stop will be triggered, lost, and then it does it. So it's exactly that move.
Yeah, because right now this is like after price reaching to this area, that will be like a pre-NY session, and pre-NY just going to be pullback again.
Yeah.
And then NY again start pushing to the downside.
Yeah.
So timing is also important thing here.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if NY is bearish today, and we sort of just keep on going down. I didn't do enough. Did you do any testing on day after CPI?
No. Haven't tested day after CPI. Maybe I will. Next time I will do that thing like after the CPI. But the thing is, yesterday that candle closed strong bullish, and the previous CPI either closed like a doji or just slightly bullish or bearish.
Yeah. On FOMC, often the day after FOMC would be the opposite. Like if this was FOMC, close strong bullish, and the day after FOMC, fade out that move. Often. But CPI, I didn't do enough analysis yet.
Also, we're coming up to the just past the 30-minute candle, so looking for a bit of retracement anyway.
Yeah.
Perhaps ideally back up to 900 and then down.
Yeah. 30-minute close,
Yeah,
nice though. Really nice.
Yeah. Now it closed below that area. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's give it a go.
It will drop. Probability is high.
Yeah, I'm just keeping eye on the Asia high as well as previous NY high.
So 1900.
1900 is easy target.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about
Till this area.
one actually?
Yeah. Okay. So that's why I'm looking at this area. Price, it kind of create a structure. Price push to the downside. This was like a break here.
Yeah.
And the always look for the when price want to push to the downside, it always create a liquidity. So this was like a liquidity created, and that's the single candle. Just either push into that imbalance area. It is not necessary price has to come back to that order block. So price may just simply come back to that imbalance area or the FUG, and then price it can again start pushing. Once it break that low, it is easier for price. We move our stop loss to break even after that.
Yeah. I'm just getting a phone call. I'll be right back. I'll leave it on the charts.
What were you targeting here, actually?
Hmm?
Is that what you're targeting?
Yeah, we can even go below also, but I'm concerned about this whole area. Like a price may reject from this area again for the clear close out my some position.
Did you manage to take anything going up?
No, not going up. This was the Asian session. Okay.
Going up
No.
during London, early London.
No, not in London, because I little bit waiting for price to take out the upper side liquidity, like yesterday's highs as well as all this price push to the upside, and my area point of interest area was 1907 to 1910 area, this whole area.
This is the close I was looking for.
This could be like your was it the Wednesday trade? This one up here?
Yeah, same like here.
Yeah. But now you got more clean traffic.
Mm-hmm. Yesterday was crazy. We moved upside, then move downside, and then again price moved to the upside.
Yeah.
And
your ship played out yesterday, Hayden.
It did. Yeah.
to the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday I took entry over here.
Yeah, you're unlucky on that, eh?
Dot.
Oh, this one here you got stopped out on.
This one, yeah, I was the only one in this world who got a stopped out over here.
yeah.
And one buy from here. This is very good setup on 5 minutes CPI setup. I took like 3 trades and all win on CPI. Like this doji, just place your buy stop over here and stop loss below. It will tap and it will reverse. And this one was NY high, previous NY high. So this one was my area of interest also to buy gold.
Yeah.
And this week is because of news and so this is not valid.
Mm-hmm.
So it will retest this NY high again, previous NY high, and price tapped this area. I placed a buy stop here. But if I was doing like a I was waiting for 1 minute candle to close, then I would not take this trade, because after this week there was 1 minute double bottom over here.
Yeah.
That one was risky.
But this move after the like all chaos, you can calmly just wait and enter and wait.
Yeah. This one was also risky, not good entry. Like it didn't hit my stop loss. Chances was very high that it can hit stop loss. Only the reason was if this candle is closing below this area, then you can move your stop loss to break even, because it is closing below this structure.
Yeah.
Don't
so
wait for
like
next candle to break this high. Just close there above this area.
On this area, the same thing like the entry I took today. Same thing happened. Price breakout structure happened, and 1 minute we kind of created like a liquidity, and the price moved into that FEG fair value gap, and then got
there was this one was risky. I was thinking that this is valid and risky too, because FEG was over here also.
Yeah.
So it can easily push to this area. So whenever next time I think with news I will I will not take this trade.
What I like
it was
about
really
this-
very risky for me.
What I like about this one though is it closed back under the monthly level.
Yeah,
So then you're
exactly.
using that as your key level as resistance.
Yeah, and candle closed below this area.
Mm-hmm.
And this one was NYSE open, and this one was bullish candle before NYSE. I thought that this is a liquidity grab for NYSE to push price down.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I took this trade, and there was some structure. But this FEG was giving me headache. Like it can again tap to this area and it can drop.
Yeah,
from
that's
there.
where it moved quite quickly
Yeah.
up in here. Oh my!
Yeah.
Now we've
Yeah.
got some movement again. German 40. It's just about to hit my second TP. Actually, I'm going to close in full. Actually, I might just leave the smallest little piece just to see if I can pick the top.
Leave some runner and put that runner stop
yeah.
loss in profit,
Yeah.
like somewhere here.
Stop losses at break even.
I think
Point.
you can even target this area also if price is want to push to the downside. There was a FEG remaining and order block also, because we are still bullish on
Yeah.
the higher time frame.
Yeah, it makes sense to go to the bottom of the range now. So I've got it at 15,060, which is like, I'll move that down a little bit more. So now it's, yeah. Let that one, that buy doesn't make any sense at the moment now. Get rid of that. Hopefully now I can, well, for Glenn's sake. Glenn, you still here? For Glenn's sake, let's hope it
Now-
goes up.
Hayden is in sell and Glenn is in buy.
Yeah,
So
Glenn,
it is better
Hayden
to
is coming.
keep quiet.
Hayden is coming to hunt down your stop loss now.
I know. Look, I'm alright. But even if it hits my stop loss, I'll still win. So I'm not
Yeah.
not upset.
Yeah, hopefully New York is just going to send it flying.
Strong
Yeah.
man. Where is he?
There's no point for mine to get all the way down here, given that it's a smaller bit of my position now. I'm happy for you to take me out, Glenn. Just push it up.
Liquidate me for a change. Very structured now, isn't it?
Don't liquidate Glenn's position.
Yeah. On gold, I closed 50% at New York high, previous New York high.
Yeah, perfect.
I closed the whole lot. It's the 50% of the 4-hour candle.
Do you look at the entire candle?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes I just look at the body. Sometimes I look at the entire candle.
Usually, sometimes I look at the body, but when it's like heavy bullish, I look at the whole lot.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, that top of that is gonna. You see how it's just sort of pauses at some of these levels.
Yeah.
I think it would just.
It will drop.
Yeah. I think it would correct this whole move.
There is one very good CPI setup next day. Like today's CPI and next day, what will happen? This one is your supposed at NY open
Mm-hmm.
that day, and this is your CPI drop. I have taken this trade, and what happened is like next day
CADC tomorrow.
Price will go to this area, like previous NY open area, and this is also FEG, this one. So price will tap this area. It will give you like reaction on 5 minute, 1 minute, and it will simply correct this move again downside.
Mm-hmm.
So suppose that this is the green candle, this is red candle, and with CPI it dropped. Next day in NY session, price will push up, to this NY open area, like first 30 minutes of NY open. After that, price will tap this FVG also, and it will drop.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. One time I saw this setup, and next time exactly same setup formed. I took a short that day.
Those colors were messing me up. I was like,
Yeah.
Glenn's on the recovery.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
This
Just push up from now.
FVG got filled over here.
Yeah, that was a good area to close
Mhm.
most.
Nasdaq is just bleeding compared
Is it?
to German 40. Yeah.
Where is
Check
Nas?
why Nasdaq is bleeding.
I mean, compared to German 40, we are quite more to the downside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the morning I took a buy here based upon this liquidity.
Mm-hmm.
Get out on this one because there was also something on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take a sell here, but I didn't find any good structure for the sell,
Mm-hmm.
the 1 minute structure.
I forgot about Aussie yen. I was looking at that. Oh, yeah. That would have been it, mate. That would have been... I keep on forgetting. This is the problem when you've too many pairs. I was like, all I wanted was a little bearish candle.
Just hold that for a second. I had a sell on that today. on the
Aussie yen.
Aussie yen.
Yeah.
Stopped out by 1 pip before it dropped.
Oh, no. Wait, when? Like this now?
No.
Or before?
I'll find 1 second. I'll find the candle that I got done on.
This was the move I wanted. This is a classic, just Raja style. Price pushed down, price made a lower high, and then keep on going down. That's just easy.
Can I go to the lower time frame in this area? Like a 5 minute?
Yeah. Glenn, did you want to show something, or are you finding it?
Yeah, find the 705 candle.
Your time or UK time?
Broker time.
Oh, so that's 9:05 on mine. So
Yeah. Oh, you've got different times on yours, do you, mate? Oh, you've got it set to your actual
UK
time,
time.
do you?
Yeah, this is
On the M5.
you took it after resistance, confirmation of resistance.
Oh, well, your price action's completely different one.
7:05.
Broker
Oh,
time.
sorry, that's 5:05, not 9:05. Other way around.
Yeah, 705 broker time was where I got stopped out.
Yeah, there you go.
Up here. Where are we?
This is a 5:05.
So same thing. Yeah, so I entered yeah. That stopped me up just before it went to right down. I was just trying to fill that full bullish move just on the downside, and it just stopped me. Can't remember what I lose.
It's early for a trade.
Yeah, I know. But everything's been moving so early that last week, so I took it a bit earlier than I normally would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see these little
Yeah.
dojis here, this strong candle. This was that zone I had across the board, this grey area. And then you've got like these little areas. So it just took the liquidity above that little doji on the 30 minute. That liquidity was so it could drop.
Yeah, on in this area on 5 minute, we did the same kind of thing, like a price push to the downside, and after that we created liquidity here, and this was the candle who took out that liquidity.
Yeah, I think when I was watching this, I started the stream more or less today around about this one. And I said price is made a low, let price come back up and take it and go down. But then I kept on bloody forgetting about
Yeah, so the entry was around 4:25 New York time.
4:25, 9:25 UK time. Yeah, exactly. I even had alert. My alert went off to say look for a sell. Basically, this one Aussie yen crossing 89.7. What time did you say? 9:25. Look at it, 9:26. So 89.791. Right.
Was a liquidity taken out, and this was also the FUG candle.
Yeah.
I mean the FU candle. Sorry.
Yeah. One day, I'm just going to take everything I see. One day.
Yeah. yeah. It's too hard to look at all the pairs.
Yeah, like the more I'm sometimes trying to be too accurate, but I'm starting to like trust some of these levels more than even what the candles do at them. And then I'm just like, you know what, if it's the right time and I just see like a test or so, I'm just gonna just take it. You know, if I fired at everything yesterday, I mean 2 of those trades yesterday just were never would have got me in because it was 1 pip and then 5 pips away from where my preferred entry was. But then the others, I was just like, oh wait, I've got 1 bullet, I've got 2 bullets, scrap the bullets. If risk reward is there, it's more about just like taking losses. Like I hate taking losses.
And this wasn't like a 7 to 8 pip stop loss, and you get a lot of.
Well, that was the thing. The whole reason I was looking at that, because on the 30-minute was a 50 pip range, and all I wanted it was to be more than 30. So this area, 57 pips. So easy. Because why did price stop just here? Like, was there actually anything for price to say we're turning around from that area? All we had was this little 1-minute structure that I had drawn in there. That was the only, like if I go back to this area, and go to the 1 minutes, the only thing I had was this 1-minute structure, this zone. So when we get back to current price, or nothing, all this blank area, then price just tapped into it. So tapped into 1-minute structure, and then it created this pullback. And then it got to 89. This is where I had the alert. And that made sense. Once it's gotten, it just goes from structure to structure, liquidity to liquidity. Well, there's actually no real liquidity. It's just a structure here. But pull back to liquidity, found that resistance, and now this time we push in. You can sort of see even how that level holds the second time around, like tap, 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 break, push in, and then drop.
Is there any news right now? Or,
no. Oh,
no. I thought the volatility of that candle. What happened? No, it's just a 1 minute.
Yeah. Actually, are you still holding your gold?
Yeah, I'm still holding.
Someone was asking. I'm not sure if they're asking about German. I'm still holding my German. Okay, still holding gold. Nice moves, man. This is good. Glad we sort of just hung around. following the same path. Thought there could be a bit of a sell-off because of looking at what Aussie did, this VGS, which is basically like international markets. So international markets during the Aussie session, I know it's so gappy, but it was down. It was down after like having big breakup, and then a little bit more down. So as long as London had a decent rally, would see that correction, because it's too strong of a rally to continue for without having a pullback. Like how often do we ever see a move like this and then New York just pick it up and then keep it going? Like it's got to be, there has to be something seriously going on in the world for that to happen, that there's a like heaps of fear and flood into safe havens. And we look at VIX, and VIX is dropping, man. So if VIX is dropping, then that should be really strong for equities, you'd think, because there's less uncertainty. But we're seeing the opposite, and that's just because we had such a big run up during the London, that it's, we're paring back some of those rallies, so that London, early move for a Friday, they liquidate their positions, and then it's just sort of drifting back. And now I still think
for NY, I'm still thinking price may come back a little bit lower and then again start pushing to the upside in this area.
Yeah, I'm in the same camp with that one. But look at this trend, man.
It's like the opposite of Nasdaq. Nasdaq just dropping, and this German 40 is just
pushing up.
Yeah, because German's mostly it's mostly like you got Boeing. No, not Boeing, is it? Airbus. Airbus. I think Airbus is German. Airbus, Mercedes, Audi, BMW, some what is that?
Volkswagen,
yeah. So when you look up
Tesla,
no, not Tesla for German.
they have big manufacturing plant in Germany.
German 40. Oh, I'll just do German 40. I can't think of the name, but what I want to see is
okay.
Deutsche Bank. Yeah. So you got it's not Swiss, is it? It's not Credit Suisse. That's Swiss. But where?
Which companies are in German 40?
Yeah, that's what I should write.
Yeah.
Which companies are in German 40? There you go. Oh, so what are they doing? Yeah, top 40. So BMW, Allianz Insurance, Volkswagen, Siemens, SAP, Deutsche, Airbus. Yeah. So these ones are benefiting because German was doing so trash for such a long time with the euro. So these guys are like manufacturing parts, some services, and then just products that people are like they want. So, and that's why we're sort of seeing a sustained trend here, whereas Nasdaq's following a different path, because Nasdaq is much more heavily weighted towards tech sector, and that's been getting slammed as well. So even US 30 is generally like, we've been bleeding off because let's just go to weekly chart. US 30 is sort of having runs going in with the we're going down when interest rates were rising, and now they're having like a bit of a rally because US dollar is softening, and there's more hope of a pivot as well, and that there's more like there's getting less and less confidence in the US economy with the central bank and all that kind of stuff. So there's actually becoming a bit more of a demand for goods and services as well, because like you should probably buy now, otherwise things will get more expensive as US economy sort of slows down a bit. Now the tech sector is getting smashed in NAS, so we're just seeing that sort of overvaluation when all that free money period is coming to an end, and now it's, you know, these were the most overweighted markets, the tech sector. When you look at something like Aussie 200, we're sort of more in a range, more or less, and it's because of the way that you don't get as much growth in the Aussie sector, because what they do is a lot of the instead of reinvesting back into the company to increase the valuation of the company, they pay much more dividends than UK and Aussie pay much more dividends than New York. So that's why you don't sort of see these sustained trends in Aussie or UK. It's a bit more range-based, slower growth, because some of the profits are coming through as dividends. But NAS is overweighted. Very.
Yeah, and they right now just layoff happening on the tech companies.
Yeah, exactly. And then German 40 is sort of like somewhere in between, you know. They're more like companies will reinvest in themselves, and as now, I guess the war has been old news for a while, but now they're more and more confident that there's been a warm winter as well, so there's more optimism going around, and the ECB is able to increase their interest rates higher. They turn more hawkish as well, and I think that looks like, you know, business is loving that. You sort of think opposite, but business is really liking the way that the central bank policy is going. Like, there's more optimism in there, and they're really pushing it. But once we get back into this area, who knows what's going to happen? Because there was a real massive gap above this area. Like there wasn't a lot happening. Same in this area. You can see like there's quite a difference in where my thick black lines are. Most of them all close together, except for these two. And that's just like, we're not really, I mean, no, just because I haven't got black lines there doesn't mean anything, but we're not really seeing monthly candles or higher time frame candles close in this area. So it seems to be just pockets that it just doesn't really have much trouble moving through.
And now we are approaching to that
danger
heavy
area.
Yeah, danger.
That's where I'm hoping that my little cell could
it's like a sniper entry at the top.
Like,
Yeah, I got 40 pips in gold.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Got 40. Oh,
Yeah,
on gold.
Yeah, 320 रुपये हो गए चिकन चिल्ली और बिरयानी के. Over here I took short.
Nice. Yeah, that's a solid move, mate. That's a really good move. Now
This one was like this.
Yeah.
And this is some sort of a structure, so price can do some sort of retracement in this area.
Yeah.
If there is a lot of volume and fundamental news, then it can break this area, but it is not easy to break this one. It will do some sort of retracement.
Yeah. Let's have a look at that on the 1 minute hours acting. This is the kind of move that I like.
Yeah, this made me like I was up only 20 pips, and this candle gave me like 40 pips.
Yeah.
This 1 minute candle, and this is a new hourly candle open. I moved my stop loss to like in 8 pips profit already, because 1 hour candle was about to close and new 1 hour candle will start. So it can like a 1 hour week can take out my position. That is why I like put my stop loss in 8 pips profit.
Yeah. RG got the same move as you actually as well. Up near 1906.28.
Nice.
Down take profit 1 at 1900.03. Awesome, man. That's so good.
Yeah. I again close 50% on that 1900 area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. If Raza is trading over here, it will definitely take short over here. It was his entry.
Where? Like on the break of this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And clean candles left side.
Yeah.
This one. On hourly chart, it is everything is clean
Yeah.
till this area. Yeah.
I'm going to put the rest of those lines in now. So take off Asian high. No, I'll leave it there. But
You can put a fib like this over here to here on hourly candle. From low to up, because every hourly candle is bullish.
From here to here.
Go to hourly. Yeah. And from this body to this body, and check 50% area.
Say that again. I was just commenting.
Put start fib from this area. Fib from this area, yeah.
The fib.
And yeah, from this body to
to the bodies. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Now check where 50% is. Yeah, it is
on
right
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that's ICT, isn't it? Using the bodies.
And that is like a 1900 key level also, and there is order block on 30-minute chart also. 30-minute or 15-minute, I think. 15 minute.
Oh, there's like a breaker block.
Yeah. Go to 15-minute. No. Oh, it is over here. Yeah.
Lower. So that's what I just call structure.
Yeah.
But you got all this other area across here. Just gonna put these. I'll get rid of these fibs for a second. Just gonna put these other lines in.
On 5-minute is also FVG and order block. Some sort of order block.
All right, so if we're going to follow the same sort of move as Wednesday, what we can see is New York can push down, take the low, do a pullback, maybe to the London 50% or maybe just underneath it, and then go and extend and then go for the Asian low.
Yeah, the difference between that day and today is the Asian range. That day we have a massive Asian range, like we move like more than 100 pips on that day.
Yeah, well this is still 80 pips.
Oh, I didn't check. 1 sec.
Price pushed up from Frankfurt to like London mid session.
Today or on Wednesday?
Yeah. Today was also
also.
good. Yeah.
That's why I think there's so much like this could push down, and maybe it's going to have like another little thing here where it's like it does something like this, and then pull back to 50%, and like we could be getting that little support. Maybe COMEX open. Maybe it'll do something like this actually. Maybe we'll do something like that. Oh my god. Let me start again. Maybe it'll follow. Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't do a perfect hit here. Maybe that might go a little bit lower there. And then maybe this will just be that around UK time. Around 120.
Yeah, the only concern for me right now is this was the liquidity, previous liquidity, and it was taken out by here.
Yeah.
And price was moving to the upside. So I'm a little bit concerned, like a price going to come back this area or not? Come back to that area and then again start pushing.
Yeah. Just in answer to RG, he's saying like, why does it have to drop? And it doesn't have to drop. It's just that London volume was more bearish, so New York can often, like, given the price that we're at, it might be easier on a Friday for New York to sort of follow the London volume for the, like, until NYSE, until the news comes out. So given this price action, it is a little bit easier for New York to at least have a sell-off, depending on when that sell-off is. Like, it might just sell off straight away and push down and grab the price that they want for them to then go for buys for the rest of the session. Or what they can do is come down, manipulate the low of London, do a little pullback, get a better price for them for a sell, and then sell down from like up around London 50% to go with the London volume to push price into a nicer buy zone. And because it's a Friday, sometimes the session gets cut a little bit early, so maybe they'll just leave price down here and then pick up where they left off on Monday or Tuesday after Martin Luther King Day to then set up better price point for buys for next week. So that's why sometimes going with the London volume, that if this was a liquidity grab rejection from up this 1908 area, New York could follow that London volume easier than it could then to counter that London volume.
Go to 4 hours. If like a candle will close below this area, it can easily drop. There is a daily FEG to this area. So it is like how 4 hour candle is closing it. This 4 hour candle is closing. This is also important.
Yeah, this one is important.
Yeah.
So like what it could do is follow something.
It can retest this low again.
Yeah.
This low again. Or if candle will close below this area, it can retest all this area again.
Yeah, so what I'm kind of thinking, and this is just one idea, it's like it might not be what happens, but it's following, like, because it's Friday, we could do something like this, but then Friday might just leave price off here, or if there's enough momentum with the news, it might start doing that move to push up, but it could just also do a deeper pullback, like under here, and then drop further and then get even better price point to then push up. But it's looking like we're in this sort of stage at the moment where we've pushed up. Not exactly, but it makes sense that we could have this consolidation, pushed up out of it, and now before we actually go up higher, it might want to retest these lows.
Yeah.
CSNI.
Like we can get same move like this one over here.
Yeah. I might finish up as well. I'm gonna go get a bit of lunch. All right. So thanks everyone. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining. Thanks for keeping me company.
Thank you very
while
much.
Taking some
Yeah.
trades. Finally got one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll
Guys, enjoyed spending time with us.
yeah, it was good. Not sure if I will do New York now. I'll put it in the chat if I do. Otherwise, otherwise I'll see you guys later, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's
Bye-bye.
tomorrow, mate?
7:30 p.m. your time.
7 p.m. my time. Good
Yeah.
on you, dude.
Yeah, I'll see you then. Okay.
And that, do I just use the link in the email, or are you going to post one?
Oh, I'll post one. Yeah. Just to disregard that whole email. It's just for me that I had to put it in for the session, but they're all the times are wrong. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter, mate. It's all good.
yeah. Have a good night, buddy.
Yeah.
I'll catch you later.
See you, dude. Bye. See you, boys
Cheers,
and
guys.
girls.